Hey guys, welcome. Happy Friday if you're watching live on Friday, or happy weekend if you're watching over the weekend this episode. Hope you guys are doing well and getting caught up on the Bust the Stress episodes. I think that they've been very helpful for some of you. I'd love to hear your feedback so far. So if you have anything that you want to share, please put it on the Facebook page and just comment on any episode so that I could hear, your thoughts and answer any questions you have. So today we're going to get started on meditation and how to get your head in order. When we're trying to get our head straight by dealing with fears and perceptions that cause us stress, we have to spend some time to do that. We have to spend time on getting our head straight. So that's what today's about. I want you to think about what happens when you are putting papers in a filing cabinet, okay, and you're not organized and you just keep piling them in. Eventually, it gets very unorganized and maybe papers fall over and those papers don't get put in its place and it's all chaotic if you don't have those files organized. Well, our minds have been taking in information or pieces of information or paper for years. And because of our busy lives, we don't normally spend time to organize those thoughts or to declutter. So they get all clogged up and they start to fall out. They fall out of our drawer. And that's sometimes when we get those stressful reactions because we are just so clogged. And we have to learn to clear that so that positive energy can be seen in situations and that stuff can get kind of decluttered. We talked about undigested information that happens over years. Well, I personally keep moving and in life, and I'm guilty of this. I don't take time very often to really, or I didn't take time very often to really organize my thoughts and my feelings, and that's what kept me really kind of slowed or held back. And in order to really think positively and to see things a little differently, I had to take some time. And today I'm going to share with you some of those ways that I did that. I am overall a very positive person, and I always saw the cup pretty much half full, or if not full. People would say, would come to me with issues or problems, and I would always put that positive spin on it. But over the years, I find that wears on you. And if you've been a positive person in the past and you find that that's creeping in more and more often, the negativity or the issues, it's because sometimes things are not processed, not digested. And in order to see things clearly in a situation, you have to take the time to do that. So how have I approached this in the last few years? I've tried a few different methods of quieting my brain, and I don't think any one way is better than the other. That's really important. I think that they're really, the three that I'm going to share with you today, I told you yesterday I was going to share two, but I'm going to share with you three because I think that all serve us in a different way. And I really think that if you really try to implement at least one of these strategies, you can quiet the brain, organize all that information that's been cluttered for so long, and clear the path for some more positive thoughts, okay? When your mind is strong and centered, cravings, emotional discomfort, all of that does not have the same effect. So when we're calmer in our mind and we're strong in our thoughts, we can actually handle stressful situations in a totally different way. Our minds are the most open first thing in the morning, okay? After we've had a good night's sleep, they're ready for the most positive thoughts to come through. So the suggestions that I have for you, I want to encourage you to think about taking some time in the morning and implementing them starting tomorrow. Okay, now some of you are already saying are feeling stressed because you are saying I don't have even another minute in the morning to spend time doing something for myself. I can't spend that 5 minutes or that 10 minutes. Trust me, I know what you're feeling because I've been there. I've done that. And I still do it. At times I'll be like, okay, got to do this, got to do that, got to do that. But it's sometimes that struggle that we have to stop. Because if we take time to take care of ourselves, then the other struggles throughout the day are so much different. So much different. We need to think about what we can do for us before we can think about what we're going to do for everyone else. And honestly, if it was just us, we would make the time for just us. But obviously we have other people in our lives. And one of my mentors, Russ Whitney, said, you can make excuses or you can make progress, but you can't make both. So the excuse that I don't have the time has to be out the window if you want change to happen and you want less stress in your life. I choose progress. It doesn't look perfect, and I surely don't have the consistency that I wish I did. But it's still a journey, and that's why we're on it together. And I want to encourage you, starting tomorrow, to take 5 to 10 minutes just for you. Now, some of you may already have some meditation practices that you use, and that's great. But a lot of you don't. And I want to share with you the 3 that I think might help you along your journey. Meditation itself can help you retrain the mind to take the world as it comes, to have better concentration, better focus, and to help you declutter that filing cabinet that keeps getting filled. So meditation is important for those that wish to do that, to clear your minds and to really just have that ability to have an organized brain. In her book, Crazy Sexy Diet, Chris Carr says, when you understand your mind, you can harness its power to achieve more things than you can ever imagine. The space between the noise is where God lives. And there are so many answers there, so don't be shy visiting. Quiet your mind so you can hear that path. Start today by creating a peaceful place to go, okay? Now, if you're going to maybe attempt the strategy tomorrow, you want to think today, where could I sit that would be peaceful? I have a space in my bedroom, and I removed anything that brought me negative feelings. In that little space, I actually face the window because I don't want to see the bed unmade, and I don't want to see the clothes on the chair. I face the window, and I took away little trinkets that, you know, sometimes we think bring us joy, but sometimes they bring back a memory. So it's a very clear space for me, and I encourage you to think about where that space is for you in your house. You want to take that time to do that so that you can feel peaceful in your meditation time. I use an app called Simply Being when I just want quiet music. It's a free app on your phone, and you could set it for the time. You can pick music alone, or there's some guided on there as well. So I use that app. It's called Simply Being. Download it on your phone. Then sit down tomorrow morning. Take a deep cleansing breath. Okay? This is strategy 1. Use counting to keep you focused. So you breathe in, you think 1. Breathe out, 2. 1, 2. While you're sitting there, all kinds of thoughts are going to come. Your mind will drift, and all those things that need organizing will start to flow through. And this type of meditation is about clearing and control. So by breathing and counting, you're focusing on just those two acts. You can't really, your brain can't really multitask. We'll talk more about that in a later episode. But if you are breathing and you're counting, your brain will focus on just that. And what happens is your brain will get these thoughts in, and then you're going to put them out. And that's where the control and the strength of that muscle comes in. On the Facebook page, I put a bootleg copy of one of Dr. Ken's episodes. And it's so funny because Allison and I don't remember the nurse's name, but they're in this meditation session, and the meditation teacher says that's going to happen to you. Your minds are going to get thoughts in, and you're going to be confused. You know, it's like la 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 la. And she says, just say thank you, not now. Thank you, not now. It's a really funny episode. So if you haven't looked at it yet, it's a few minutes long. Watch it over the weekend if you can. But it's hilarious because when we first start building that muscle of not thinking and letting thoughts control us, it's hard. It's hard to do. And in this case, she suggests having a phrase to go to. So whether you're using counting, 1, 2, very simple counting, or you keep going back to a phrase, whether it's a Bible verse or I am loved or thank you, not now, whatever you need to stay focused and get right back to that practice of clearing your mind, use it. The thought of this type of meditation is, again, to clear and control, not allowing thoughts to take hold in your mind. Imagine practicing that every day. Your muscle would strengthen. That muscle of control and clarity would strengthen. And when you're in a stressful situation, it may not take hold of you because you're going to have a little bit more strength and clarity in that control. So strategy 1, literally just sit and breathe and count, or have a phrase that you go to each time, okay? So that you can get anything that comes in does not take hold. That's what one way to practice meditation. Now, speaking of Kris Carr, there's another type of meditation, and it's guided meditation. It's where someone actually guides you through what to think about. And one of my favorites is Kris's meditation album. I use it when I want someone with a calming voice to tell me everything in the world's going to be okay. The album has different times and different lengths and different purposes. She has a guided meditation for healing, a guided meditation for what you do when you wake up in the morning, to go to sleep at night. So I use it when I feel most stressed, actually, because her voice is so calming to me, and I just feel like she can guide me through what I'm supposed to be thinking about. And I'll put a link to her album in the comments because I want you guys to look at it. It may be something that you might want to use. Now, on the app, the Simply Being app, there is some guided meditation on there. So there is someone on there that will guide you through some thoughts. But I just love Kris. I love her story. She's amazing. She was diagnosed with a very rare form of cancer many years ago and changed all of her lifestyle. And she teaches like I'm trying to do with you guys, to how to get hold of some of these health things that we don't really attribute to affecting our health. So guided meditation is a second strategy I want to encourage you to do to get a hold of your brain. The third type of meditation that I love to use is something that Russ Whitney teaches. He calls it direct connect. This is a time that I spend with God, letting him tell me what I should do. You put on calming music, so, anything that calms you. You take out a pad. I have a spiral notebook that I keep using over and over and over again. And during the time, you just listen and you write down everything that comes to your mind. So a lot different than the one that we're not holding in the thoughts. This one is letting you dump. But because you're dumping it on paper, you're not really holding the thoughts, which is really important. It kind of puts it in its place. It allows you to not let it stick because you're putting it down. I always ask God before starting to show me what he wants on my to-do list. See, a lot of times we try to control our to-do list, and that is what brings us stress. So I think this time with him really when I ask him, tell me what you want me to do, and then I listen and I write it down, is powerful. If you get into a practice of doing this every day to set up what you should be focusing on, you'll be amazed at how clear things become, how easy it is to get things accomplished, because you're not struggling with what you want compared to what you're supposed to want. God knows my path, and a lot of people that believe will say, I know God knows my path, but they don't trust him. Few people do, but few truly trust him to make that path clear for them every day. So we keep struggling because we're fighting against what we're supposed to be doing. So turn to him to lead you in what you're supposed to do. When I'm faithful with my direct connect time, I feel in total control, although I've given up the control to him. It's a crazy thing. The first time I did it, I had things on my list that I did not expect or want. I had heard of this method and got to hear Russ Whitney speak at a business conference. which is odd. You know, you wouldn't think that that would be at a business conference, but it was, because people that are trying to grow their lives, they get stopped, you know, they get cluttered. So we're at this business conference, we try the strategy, and I'm writing down the things that come to my mind on this list. And of course, I'm like trying to build a bigger life and affect more people. And what's on the list is clean my bedroom, clean the girls' room. I mean, nothing glamorous showed up on that list. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But you know what? After actually reflecting a little bit, I realized that although he has a lot planned for me to accomplish, there are simple things in my world that I have to take care of first. And there may be things that you guys are not taking care of that are causing you not to get to that next level. So asking him to show that to you can be really powerful. The best part of this process, if you really learn to trust it, is you don't have to work at your to-do list anymore. You don't have to figure out what to do. Things will start to flow. Even when you're not writing it down, you know, when it's not that maybe meditation time, you feel, well, at least I did. I felt so much more connected to what I was supposed to do. It was like having some powerful assistance in living a stress-free life. It was like an assistant right next to me telling me what to do each moment, because I felt connected more so to him. So, you know, I encourage you, starting tomorrow, if you are truly on this journey for a reason, and all I have shared with you in previous episodes about how stress is killing you means something, then you have to pick one of these ways. You have to pick one of these meditation strategies to start, and try tomorrow to start implementing every day. Whether, you know, aim for 10 minutes, but be happy with 5. Whether you start simply with just music and the 1-2 breaths, 1-2 breaths, 1-2 breaths, or download Chris's album for guided meditation, or you start the direct connect time, or you do a combination of any of them. Maybe you do in the morning your direct connect, so you kind of get a guide for your day, and then maybe you take 5 minutes in the middle of your work day. I mean, I know from being busy that some of us will have that excuse again that I can't find 5 minutes of quiet, but you can. Whether it's 5 minutes at your lunchtime or it's 5 minutes at a break time, there are 5 minutes in the day where you can shut and recover and rest. So whether you combine those, that would be ideal. That would be the best possible way. And then you can live a little less stressed. Remember, our Facebook community is there for you to share and ask questions. I would love any comments that you have if you did implement something strategy-wise, or if you just had an experience that you just want to encourage others with. That's what the group is for. So I encourage you to do that, and I'll be there to answer questions. If you have any questions or comments, put them now in the comment section, and I'll be here for a few more minutes answering questions. And then we will, I'll check into the group time to time for those that are watching the replay and add as well. So I'm on my phone right now, but I'm actually going to go to the Facebook group on my computer and see if anyone is there, want to comment or share with us any thoughts that you might have or questions, because I think that works out better when I'm actually on the computer for the comments. But do you guys think you can implement something tomorrow, starting with a peaceful place, a little bit of music? Which strategy do you think you need the most right now? I'd love to hear that from you guys. I see a few people are on, so that's awesome. I'd love to get some dialogue going. Just pulling it up. And if you're commenting, I'm probably not seeing it on my phone. So give me a second. My slow computer is working. I'm hitting stress busters. There we go. I should have had that prepared before. All right. So I see a few people are on. That's wonderful. I don't see any comments yet, so nobody's really ready to commit to which strategy they're going to use. But I'm glad you were here today live, or I'm glad you're watching the replay. I hope it's been beneficial to you. Remember to add comments or questions as you go on this journey, and I'll answer them as I can. You guys have a great day.